Hey, this is Victor Antonio with another motivation tip just for you. So I heard this story, want to pass it on, tell me what you think. It's about an African king who likes to go hunting, and every time he takes his close friend. Now his close friend has a habit of always saying, this is good. No matter what happens, the close friend always says, this is good. So one day they're in the forest hunting, right? And the king asked the friend to pass him the rifle because he wanted to shoot at some game. So he loads the gun up, the friend does, hands it to the king. The king takes one shot, it jams him, just kidding, basically blows up in his hands, and the king is irate. And so looks at the close friend says, this is good. He says, how can this be good? It just blew off my thumb. How could this be good? He says, no, this is good. The king was so irritated that he threw his close friend in jail, just threw him in jail, right? Enough of that. So one day, fast forward, the king is hunting in the jungle again. Now, as he was hunting, he came across some cannibals. And the cannibals looked at him and says, we have food here. They captured the king, and sure enough, they prepared basically the feast to eat the king. They put him on the spit over the fire, the whole thing. But then one of the cannibals noticed that his thumb was missing. And part of their ritual, part of their superstition is never to eat somebody who isn't whole. And because the king was missing a thumb, they let him go. The king couldn't believe it. He was so elated that he went over to the jail where his friend had been for almost a year, and he pardoned him and let him out. His friend came out, and the king thought for sure he was going to be really mad. So he comes out, the friend looks at the king, couldn't believe, but the king explains what happened in the forest. And sure enough, the close friend says, this is good. He goes, no, I threw you in jail for a year. He says, yes, this is good. The king says, now how could you being in jail for a year be good? He said, well, think about it. If I would have been with you and we would have been caught, they would have looked at you and let you go, and they would have eaten me. Get the idea? This is good. And maybe when we're doing things, we should start looking at the upside of things. Our tendency is always to look at the negative. What's going to go wrong with what we're doing? What's going to go bad with what we're doing? But when something happens that's unexpected, we never say, this is good. We're always like, okay, this isn't good. That's our natural tendency. But looking at the upside of things is always a good thing. So again, next time something happens to you, ask yourself, is this good? Because maybe it is good. Maybe you didn't get the raise you wanted. Well, maybe this is good. Why? Well, maybe when they decide to fire people, guess what? They're going to fire the people who have higher salaries. This is good. You didn't get the promotion. This is good. Why is it good? Because maybe it turns out that with that promotion, there was more responsibility than you really wanted. See, again, sometimes there's always upside to getting rejected. This is Victor Antonio with another sales motivation tip reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Every manager can feel it. The difference between a motivated, value-driven sales team and one that's stuck in a rut. CEOs know the difference too. They can see it clearly in the profit and loss columns. The question is, how do you get your team to this elite level? Is there something extra you can do to break through the remaining resistance and equip them with the right mindset to grow your business? Yes, there is. But you're not going to do it with one of those cheesy inspirational speakers or some self-proclaimed guru. What you need is someone with a real business track record to deliver key insights in a captivating way, to give your team the right tools for selling in today's tough marketplace. Enter Victor Antonio, experienced executive, innovative thinker, compelling speaker. He's ready to deliver the message you need your people to hear, not with a canned speech, but a customized, dynamic keynote designed to deliver results. Bring Victor Antonio to your next event before the competition does.
Bye.